We're here at the Gilbert Gordon Oval, pumping up the massive game on Sunday, the 4th of May. I'm here with Stuart Braddy, the Woodend-Hesket Football Netball Club President, of course, RDFNL live member. Thanks for joining us here on the Footy Show, mate.
Yeah, Andy, how are you, mate? Yeah, thanks for coming down to beautiful, warm Woodend-Hesket, mate.
Excellent. We're just looking out of the ground at the moment, mate. There's lots of mist, just a typical night of training.
Yeah, mate, but the ground looks a picture at the moment, doesn't it? So, yeah, let's just hope the weather gods are smiling upon us for Sunday, mate.
I'll hope, fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. Now, we're only just a couple of days away from the big one, mate. How's the club travelling in the lead up to the host of Brendan Fevola?
Yeah, mate, really good. We're delighted with how it's all come together, and there's a committee over there at the moment going through some finer details. But look, mate, ever since the idea came to us and we grabbed with both hands, there's a real buzz around the town. Every shop I go into, and obviously living local and having a business local.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it, mate. So we just hope we get a crowd here. We hope the weather gods smile upon us and give us a bit of sun. So it'll be great.
Or it could be another typical day at Woodend where perhaps the damp of the weather, maybe more Brendan Fevola can actually get a few kicks, maybe put the boys a few goals up in front by the time the siren sounds, because
you Lansfield figure pretty quick there. You grew up in Woodend, mate.
I know. Hey, I do remember, was it Riddle Diggers Rest when Riddle got rolled and Diggers Rest won in the mud, so it can happen, mate.
Yeah, that was, yeah, mate, it can happen, but let's hope it doesn't happen this Sunday. No, look, mate, we had a working bee down here last Saturday after the boys and girls trained. Mate, we've got the place looking $1 million. Mate, we just need a crowd, and we need to kick a few goals. So look, we're just delighted with the lead up so far. It's been great. What's
your expectation on the crowd front? What have you sort of been hearing of the murmurs?
Oh, mate, look, honestly, I don't know. Yeah, look, I suppose, you're talking about 1,000 people.
Yep.
I had one bloke saying the other day, you get about 4,000 or 5,000. Well, mate, look, we'd be delighted, but there'll be a lot of hungry people if that's the case. So, yeah, mate, look, it's just amazing when you get to this stage, just the infrastructure and what to purchase and quantities and all that sort of thing. Yeah, mate, look, it's daunting, and there's been a group that's worked around the clock over the last 7 to 14 days. Mate, we want it to be perfect. Look, as I'm on record saying, it's not about the money, mate. Look, the money will be a bit of cream on top, but we need to lift the profile of our club in the Mass and Ranges. Mm-hmm. We want to get people in the town talking footy again, and at the moment that's happened. So, yeah, mate, look, we can get a good crowd down here, and Fev kicks a few goals, and the future footballers of this town come around and see a legend of the AFL. Yep. We've done our bit, so yeah, exciting, mate. Really, really exciting.
Well, while Fevola is just a bit of a sideshow, it was going to be an amazing day. Obviously, a lot of the talking point, which should be the emphasis of the day, Nick's Wish Foundation. Tell us a little bit about that and the club's involvement there.
Yeah, the Nick's Wish part comes along to the Vice President Dale Stacey. His late wife Catherine sadly passed away just over 12 months ago with the dreaded disease, and she had a real affiliation with Nick's Wish, and it was something that she was passionate about, and we like to continue that legacy. So yeah, we asked Nick's Wish to get involved, and they'll get a chance to raise some funds, and a percentage of our day will go to them too. But and that's what it's all about. It's a community event. We want people from far and wide to come and join us. Hopefully watch a really good game of footy. I think people will be very, very surprised at how the younger blokes at Woodend-Hesket will step up on Sunday. They're jumping out of their skins.
Especially on a big day, and of course something we all haven't mentioned yet is the opponent, Romsey. A very quality opponent. They've put on a few big nights already this year, and they've got the most informed forward in the competition, perhaps Central Victoria, the way he's been kicking goals at the moment. Matt Davidson, we're going to have a Davo on the Fevola show, just add a bit more romance to the day.
Yeah, Dave hasn't played on the number 1 full-back from Chris Ford yet, has he? So,
he hasn't, no.
So, yeah, mate, if I can just take a minute to say this, mate, the Romsey Footy Club have been absolutely first class and sensational about the whole thing. Obviously, we couldn't have fair play for us unless it was on a Sunday. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows that our ground becomes pretty ordinary later on in the year, so we had to pick it at the time when our ground was at its best and people would be able to enjoy the spectacle. So we picked the Romsey game. We've had a few critics saying, why Romsey? They're travelling on beautifully, but look, as soon as I spoke to the Romsey crew, mate, they were just sensational, and they've been nothing but accommodating with everything that we've asked. Yeah, we're looking forward to a really good game, mate. Two local teams and neighbouring towns, so hopefully that'll drag a few more along. But yeah, no, Romsey have been sensational.
Well, the club does travel well on the supporter front. Bit of logistics on the day. How are we going to see unfold? We've got the 10s, the under 18s, reserves and seniors. What is the general format of the day?
Yeah, thanks, mate. Question for the day. No, look, Fev arrives about 10:30, so yeah, the under 18s will be up and going by that stage, and Fev will do a bit of a meet and greet with a few of the kids and that.
Mm-hmm.
He's then going to take an Auskick clinic, so that'll give the little kids a chance to run around with the big fella.
Yep.
Then we've got a very special luncheon in here, which is exclusive to 24 guests,
yep.
and it's called Table 25. A couple of spots left if you know anybody that wants to join in.
Have the number.
So he'll be hosting that, and then obviously the reserves will be being played while that's on. Phil will then go and get stripped.
Mm-hmm.
Run out the famous number 25 on his back.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Pottery plays a milestone game, so that's another big plus for us.
And a bit of a stalwart around the club as well, Pods.
Yeah, mate, and look, he's been sensational. Look, he's always been a stalwart with the club, but he's really dug deep this year, and he's got the Hawks Nest up and going and all that sort of thing. So yeah, but if we can't hang up guys like Paul Pottery, we're in a bit of trouble. But mate, he's grabbed with both hands, and it's been really sensational.
Well, it's quite funny, as soon as you mentioned his name, he just walked past before and looked up in our general direction, so he can hear you.
He would have ran past, mate.
He would have too.
Yeah.
He would have to
the little helmet warrior, mate, he's been sensational for the club, mate, so it's great to see you back out on the track and guiding the younger blokes. It's really good.
Our cost to get into the day, mate, what's the...
Yeah, no, nothing changes, mate, it's $8.
Yep.
It's $8, we just, we're sort of not trying to rip people off, mate. At the end of the day, that's the RDFL gate, so it's $8 to come in.
Can't go wrong there with $8. It's just a nice cheap day out of the footy.
Yeah, look, I suggest people get here early if they want to get a car spot, because although look, we do have probably another 2 acres of land in the back now that the Woodend Land Care group have cleared it all.
Yep.
And if the skies stay dry for us, yeah, we'll be able to get a truckload of cars in here. So yeah, mate, the logistics are huge. You know, we'll have 3 gates. The main gate, a side gate, and then one out the back here along the creek. We've got security coming in.
Fingers crossed it ends up the weather is in your favour and the club puts on a terrific day, because as we know, you guys can do a sensational job of hosting a great day of footy.
Yeah, well, look, we've been a bit unfortunate over the last few years because the ground does become ordinary, that we haven't been able to host finals. So this will be a real test because, as everybody knows, at the end of this year, our ground gets ripped up and a new surface will be put down. So yeah, mate, we'll certainly be bidding for finals then because yeah, look, we're a club that need finance the same as every other club. So this will be huge for us, mate. Huge.
Sensational. For those who, for whatever reason, can't sneak down to the game, the game will be on Highlands FM from 1 o'clock as well. And of course, Red Onion, they'll be down there. RDFL.org.au website, so you can check the replay of that on Monday and hopefully see the Fevolution kick a few goals. And for your sake, hopefully the Hawks get up and get the big W.
Just a lazy 10 from Fev would be nice, mate. And our boys, as I said, mate, our boys are just jumping out of their skin. They're rapt to have the big fella play alongside of them, and yeah, mate, we're looking forward to it. So, mate, thanks very much for coming down tonight.
No worries, thanks,
Good to see you.
See you.